Hello VC, how's everybody? John K. Take It here. Merry Christmas. Wasn't able to do a video during Christmas Day or the day after. It was a relaxing time here at home. Had the time to listen to lots of records, stuff that I couldn't listen it earlier. But I finally managed them, find the time and, spend it with my records. I'm gonna start this video with this record that is playing in the background from the Spanish beatmaker called Pabli. I think this is his first album, full album, and it's pretty good. For sure not in the highlights of the year, but it's something that you should check. It's somewhere in the vein of chill, like you are hearing it with beats. In some parts it will remind you of Thievery Corporation because of the Eastern elements, but this definitely needs your attention, I think. B-sides from Pabli. Great record. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a recent spins video or a recent finds, but I think I will go with a recent finds one now, and the next one will be recent spins. Some weeks ago there was a flea market in Thessaloniki and I managed to found this triple LP released on 2002, I think. Yes, 2002, by Nim Royale, Dance Hall Places. It's an interesting album, nothing mind-blowing, but there are some great songs here. Especially the electronica songs are great. The more housey tracks are a little bit out of dated. Lots of things have changed in that music scene from 2002 till now. But generally it's a good LP and it's not expensive at all, so why not check it out. Some months ago, maybe 2 months ago, I managed to grab this one, but it was in my record store, the records that I was keeping there for myself, so I didn't show it to you. Holy Grail reissue of the year, maybe one of the best reissues of the year for some people. It's a great album for sure, and because I'm a world music collector, this had to be in my collection, and this is Buena Vista Social Club, double LP, the reissues on World Circuit Records. I think they've done a pretty good job with the reissue. It sounds good, the sound is good. The record is pressed on 180 gram. It's gatefold, nice pressing, and they also had some inserts on it. Here are the labels, nothing special, but yeah, it's a well-known album. Cuban, Latin. You can also find some inserts here, if I remember well. Yes. Comes with this Buena Vista Social Club Lost and Found postcard and this booklet, 10 pages booklet with lyrics translated. I didn't read this, but I think it's interesting to check out those lyrics because Cuban music has a lot of historical history in the background, and especially this band, Buena Vista Social Club. It's very important for the Cubans and it's well known worldwide. Don't know if you ever been to Cuba. I guess this is a touristic attraction or something. But anyway, it was a great pleasure to own this finally in my collection, Buena Vista Social Club, same title, out on World Circuit Productions. Got plenty of records, don't know where I should start and what to show first. As always, I'm disorganized while doing those videos. Blue Note find. You know, I'm obsessed with Blue Note records. I found this also in a flea market. It was sealed and cheap. I think I paid somewhere around 10 euros for this. Why not? Of course, I know Lionel Smith. Wasn't familiar with the album, so it was something like a blind buy. But how blind is a buy when Lee Morgan is on a record? I know that Lionel Smith is an organ player, and actually, it was a great listen. Have some flavors, some Latin and Afro-Cuban flavors on it. Also, Lee Morgan done a fantastic job. I really enjoyed two of these tracks, and I can highly recommend you this Blue Note title to all of you guys that you are enjoying Blue Note. I never heard that before, but it was one of my favorite Blue Note records so far, maybe in the top 20, something like that. Yeah, check this out. I also found this record. It was nothing special, I guess, but you know I'm obsessed with the harp sounds. So this is the Hungarian New York harp ensemble, and I guess that these are some covers from classical songs. Yeah, Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, etc. Played by harp. Didn't have the time to spin it yet, but you know my thing with harp. How wrong can you go with it? Yeah, I've got a bunch of records here. Give me a second to find something interesting to share it with you. Got some more Blue Notes. Yeah, I picked up those 75-year reissues. Horace Silver Trio, Blowing the Blues Away. Quintet and trio actually. 75-year reissues, great record, well-known record. And as a recommendation by Baraka P-Dub, I also picked up Dexter Gordon with Donald Byrd, Kenny Drew. Yeah, One Flight Up. And my friend Paul, you were absolutely right, this was a killer. Not sure if it is my favorite Blue Note record of all time, but it's a killer. One more Blue Note. Grant Green, Green Street. Grant Green is a guitar player. Street of Dreams, I think, is the name of the record. Still missing from my Blue Note collection, but this was great too. I'm not a huge fan of guitar jazz, but there are some exceptions. Grant Green, Kenny Burrell, and yeah, this is the exception. Absolutely great record to have. Yeah, let's continue with some more jazz. Here is the reissue of the New Jazz label, Prestige New Jazz. I never found a first copy, I never saw a first copy in Europe from this label. This is the Latin Jazz Quintet, Latin Soul, exactly how the title describes it. It's Latin kind of jazz with vibraphones. Yeah, out on New Jazz. Love the record, love the cover, highly recommend it if you want to discover some things in this genre. And it's cheap, yeah, the reissue is cheap, and especially if you're living in the US, you can definitely find it pretty easily. Now, let's go to my last jazz record, which it was a flea market find. I found this like a couple of months ago. I only pay €1 for it. And it's a Japanese, kind of rare-ish Japanese pressing of Bob James, The Taxi. out in Colombia. This was interesting, released on 1983. 80s kind of jazz, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but this was very, very cool. Saying that it was released in the 80s, it was pretty good. The condition was VG Plus maybe, and it's out on Columbia, I think. No, Sony CBS. Here are the labels, including some Japanese insert. Don't know what that is. Maybe it's a feedback thing or something. Yeah, this is my first Bob James record, but a good one. 11 minutes already, and I've got some more to show you. Yeah, I will show you first some funk records, and then I will keep some electronics for the end of the video. I'm not gonna talk about this for long because it's well known from Willy Bobo. Do what you want to do. This is a reissue. It was so cheap that I couldn't leave it behind. I like some tracks here, some others not at all, but yeah, it's here. Got this reissue from Skull Snaps, one of the most important classic funk albums. The cover here doesn't seem like funk at all. It looks like more like heavy metal. It's gatefold. How cool is that? Classic album, and this thing pressed on red vinyl. Check out Skull Snaps if you are not familiar with this classic funk album. Yeah, one last soul, actually it's not a funk, soul LP. It was in my wish list for so long, couldn't find it, but right now I've got it. My one and only Syl Johnson record. I also got his box set in my wish list, but this is, I think so far, this is my favorite Syl Johnson record. I think this is his debut, and it's dope as hell. Wish I could needle drop this for you, but the video will be too huge. Dress is Too Short, name of the LP, of course, is the reissue. And yeah, here is the label. Really like the pressing here, because most of the soul reissues are scratched and bad sounding, lots of bootlegs, but this is pretty good. Yeah, I've got two records from Cold Bastard label. Don't know if you are familiar with the label. It's new beat heads, breaks, hip hop kind of label. Lots of people wanted them to release vinyl because most of their catalog was only released digitally. Of course, they had some great material for vinyl and some very good artists, but to be honest, those two records doesn't sound good at all. The sound is not good, and I'm not sure if I ever gonna buy a Cold Bastard record on vinyl. Yeah, because it's important. The sound quality of those things are important, but musically are great. This is Street Bangers number volume 8 from Askin Alizadeh. a great beat maker, lots of samples from swing to funk and more jazzy beats and breaks. Check this out, but you don't really have to buy the vinyl. Doesn't worth it really. It's expensive and it doesn't sound good at all. And that's the reason that I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this. But check the music out digitally, it's great, really. And I also bought this EP from Marilena So, Woman of the Ghetto. The original one is in my wish lists, but this is a great remix from Askina Lizadeh. Great remix. The problems with the sound exist also here, but it's not a full LP, so I can live with it really. Check this track out. Sounds fantastic, and I think that he's done a great job on it. This is one of the most underrated, maybe, favorite releases of 2015 for me, because I really don't like best of the year videos. I know I've done some a couple of years ago, but I'm not feeling to do anything like it but at the moment. But this one is one of my favorite releases of the year. I overspin it, especially in the store. Out on Project Moon Circle, pressed on red vinyl, Fat Zone. Great release. Hard to describe. In the same style as the Cold Bastard releases. Beats, mellow beats, breaks, electronic, mellow hip hop. Yeah, I mean, check this out. Great release of 2015, and I think it's also underrated. It's not a huge, anticipating release of the year, but I really enjoyed this. Highly recommend it. I've got one last LP to show you, and then I've got a couple of 45s, and I'm done with the video. I also got this Fortet Pau's, I think this is his first album, or at least an early Fortet. This was released on 2001. Electronic experimental kind of stuff. If you're not familiar with it, check it out, but I think it's a well-known one. Reissued this year on 180 vinyl, which is sound okay, and also comes with an MP3 code, which is good. Fortet, the electronic pioneer producer from the UK. I will show you those 245s that I found in the flea market yesterday. This is Les Cachachas, Keledem Pau Pau, or something like that. Chacha, Latin 45. I'm collecting this like crazy, and it's also fun when you are DJing in places with music. 45s are always a good solution. I also found this electronic kind of masterpiece, at least one of my favorite electronic acts during the 80s, from Mr. Nitzereb, Murderous. I've got some techno remixes by Chris Liebing that made some years ago, but this is the original single on a 45. Great find, couldn't leave this behind. Nitzereb, Murderous. And some guys in the market also gave me a CD, which I played a little bit in the car. Some tracks are great here, but generally I think this is a good release. The guys will bring some copies copies of the record to my record store. Yeah, the tenor saxophone and the flute player here is Greek. His name is Nicholas Bouklas, I think. Epirus Quartet, Transatlantic. This is a CD, but if you find this and if you like jazz, it's interesting listening to jazz records released last year. I think this is a 2014 release. Think I will get the vinyl too to support the guys. Great effort to do a good jazz album in 2014. And this is also a new label run from this guy, I think. Fairweather Friends, yes. But it's nice, it's nice. Don't know any information about the vinyl. The guy told me that he still got some. I will have some records in the shop in the next week, so maybe I will, share my opinion in the next videos. Guys, I'm sure I'm forgetting to show you stuff. I also bought other things. I bought a big Afro-Cuban Latin collection from the store, which I will keep some records for myself, but I need to listen, to see and decide what things I will keep for myself. Not sure if I will manage to do a new video till the new year, so best wishes for 2016. Peace, love, and good health. See you soon. Merry Christmas once again.